Hi everyone, it's Matthew. Welcome
And
back
we
to
are
my channel. Happy Halloween. If you haven't guessed from the title, we're going to be recapping the Halloween episode. And as you could guess from the title, our own Dance with the Stars Nightmare, it didn't go too well. First off, we're going to introduce ourselves. Mo, please introduce yourself first.
hello. Hello.
Uh, tell everyone your costume. Okay, good. Bella, you go next.
Okay, so I'm Bella, and po- I'm a business. I may be a businesswoman, but I'm just channeling like how maybe a businesswoman, but I could be wrong.
All right. I'll leave links to both of their Twitters in the description below. Give them some love. They're amazing. All right, so we have a lot to talk about here. There is no worries about that. We have 7 dances, 3 dance-offs, and whatever the hell that elimination was. All right, let's start with Iona and Alan's tango to Psycho Killer by Miley Cyrus. I don't think it was bad as they said it is. I mean, they gave it all eights. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was 8 level.
I think it should have been like sevens or.
I would have thrown in 1-9. I really would have.
Yeah, I thought she did good, but I mean, I maybe and like but yeah, it definitely felt like she was definitely the judge's target last night.
This thing, if you go first, it's like an automatic 3-point deduction, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Dwight
Like
and Daniela's contemporary.
Carrie Ann.
I have so much to say about this.
I think we
I,
all do. Well, you go.
I'll go first.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chase. Go ahead.
Yes. What? Oh my. Yes, Daniela's choreography was great. Yes, this is Dwight's best dance, but at the same time, because what annoys me is that Carrie Ann gave this a 10 and not a dance that we will talk about later on in this episode.
Yeah, that 10 would have been fair if Chandler got 10s last week. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
10s already happened, then I would be able to at least live with this 10. The fact that this will forever be known as the first 10 of season 33 we're on haunts my dreams forever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the fact that the first 10 of the season went to Dwight Howard. Yeah.
No, I wasn't even having it.
Carrier went from giving all 8s to all 10s pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, we'll turn and talk about that. Let's start with Danny and Whitney's Argentine tango.
This was one of my favorite dances of last night.
I'd say ball. I know it's not ballroom, but you know what? In frame wise, I think this was his best dance. Like in terms of being in frame, I think this was his best dance.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
I love an Argentine tango. It's my favorite dance style of all of them. So this was always going to be a winner in my book. And in my opinion, he just brought it. Now that 10 carry in, you got that one right. You got one of them right.
Yeah.
All right. Jen and Sasha's contemporary.
Now, I mean, and I know again we'll talk about this later down in the episode because like I talked about this being probably his best season as a choreographer, but yeah, but that on as for the dance, who wants to go first?
Bella, you go first. You can go first.
I think I'll go, and I think like contemporary, like I've said in like a previous episode, and then we have contemporary, which I mean, Allison there to channel her vampire dreams. was probably an exciting thing for the episode to see how she channeled Buffy into.
Yeah. Um, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite dance from her, but oh,
Whoops.
there we go.
Yeah. All right. We can hear.
This was that angle. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We were still talking about Jen and Sasha's contemporary.
Oh yeah.
I said how it's not her best dance, but I thought it was solid.
Yeah.
Again, like Dwight, that 10 would have been fair. Again, if Chandler got 10s last week.
Yeah.
All these 10s would have been more fair if they were out in previous weeks. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what, in my opinion, was probably my favorite dance of the whole night. Joey and Jenna's Argentine Hangout.
Oh yeah. This was so horrifying and so good.
I mean, the way they used this not from so you think you can dance, and like how the package showed Kelsey and Joey on a double date with Jenna and Val. I kind of like that idea
That
and
was really
how
fun.
both spouses are getting along really well with one another.
Yeah. Joey, to me, I say this every episode recap, and I'm going to say it again until the season's over. He's been the biggest surprise of the whole season. I expected him to suck, and
For sure.
here we are.
But here we go, Whitney with their incredible choreography.
Jenna. We're talking about
Jenna,
Joey.
my bad.
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah, and honestly, yeah, this is definite. Well, yeah, he's easily been the best male bachelor we've ever had.
Yeah, which means any male bachelors that signed on previously signs on going forward and has a huge bar to hit now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Steven and Riley's contemporary.
This was the one I think was his breakthrough. This dance was Steve's breakthrough. I 100% sure that it was his breakthrough dance, but also having the chance for him to channel his demons into a powerful contempt. I think this was probably a breakthrough for him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. This was probably his best dance. I love how Carrie Ann said it was the best dance of the night, but yes, she gave it 10, and then gave the other dances 10 too.
Yeah.
Here's something interesting. Jen
Riley
was
getting her first 10.
Yeah, Riley got her first
As
10 outside teen dances. Let's make that clear. Because she did technically get a 10. I just wanted to make that clear. Here's a fun fact. Jen was the only woman from Carrie Ann that got a 10 from Carrie Ann.
Oh
Think
my
about
God.
that for a moment. Speaking of 10s, let's talk about how she screwed over Chandler and Brandon, shall we?
Oh God.
Her dance is up next.
Dancing to the Pretty Little Liars theme song. I mean, as a true PLL fan, I mean, it's incredible to see how they made the theme song different from when Janelle and Val danced to it for Halloween.
Yeah. I thought this was a great dance, but again, Carrie Ann
screwing her over.
Lily won't tell her what she needs to improve on. That's the part that annoyed me the most. It's like, okay, if you see a problem with that, fine, but you have to actually share what the problem is.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Well, not to mention, I don't know how this is a 9, but Dwight's dance is a 10.
Yeah,
it makes
no
sense.
Here's why she likes guys more.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, that is definite. Yeah.
I didn't see that until tonight. I get it now. I get why
Mm-hmm.
later. Here's something interesting, real quick, before we hop in dance offs. Janelle and Val did, the Pretty Little Liars dance too. They ended up in the bottom too during Halloween week. I just found that interesting that history repeated itself with that.
Yeah, that was Antonio Sabato went home that week.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I
They
just
put
made
you go.
I just made
I
a
still
tweet
can't
on that.
believe. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You're good. I forgot what I was gonna say.
yeah. Mo,
But
you
yeah.
go.
Oh yeah, I was saying I made a tweet on that guy recently because I saw it on like a magazine, him claiming the show was rigged.
Which he's unfortunately he's probably not wrong in some aspects of that, but he's definitely the wrong person to talk about that.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
he was actual trash.
Yeah, there's other people that if they said it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I believe you.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the dance-offs, and then we'll get to the elimination. Dwight and Daniela versus Iona and Alan's cha-cha to Ghostbusters. Not sure how Ghostbusters is a cha-cha, but you know what? Sure, whatever.
I think it could have been an easy, like, what
This to
a
me sure,
jazz for someone.
yeah,
I feel like they were playing favoritism for Dwight
yeah,
all night
yeah.
last night.
This should easily gone to Iona and Alan.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it definitely should have.
but again, Iona was the target. They wanted her out.
And they failed.
We'll get to that. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, people who's watching these recaps probably already seen the show.
Mhm.
I doubt any of my film people are watching. If you guys are, thank you. But I
Yeah.
doubt they're watching right now. All right, let's talk about the salsa. Jen and Sasha, Steven and Riley with salsa to jump in the line. Again, I know why it's connected to Halloween night. Again, Beetlejuice, but it's not a Halloween song on any stretch of the human imagination.
Yeah.
Honestly, this one is the only one that, to me, this is the one that could have gone either way.
For
I would say Jen had more technique, but I feel like Steven had more of the salsa hips and more of the embracing of like the character in the salsa. But but yeah, I'm not upset with Jen winning that one.
For sure.
All right, now here's, in my opinion, the hardest one: Joey and Jenna versus Danny and Whitney's Jive to Time Warp.
Ooh.
Ooh, this one was one of the harder ones.
I oh yeah. I think Danny should have won this by like it was tough though. I mean, this was a great dance off.
See what happens when you put two people that are close together in the competition. See how that works, Joe. Because I said this last week, and Bella knows I said this last week, that their dance off was the only one that was evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, I was right. So, forgot to say, winner of the dance off got 3 extra points. Dwight was third on the leaderboard. I wish I was joking with you. I really wish I was.
Yeah, this is actually like, yeah.
I feel like talking about last night's episode, I feel like I'm crazy. Like,
No,
I
you
feel
are
like I've lost my mind.
You're definitely not. The show just really likes playing favoritism on some people sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and when Dwight is holding that Len Goodman mirror ball, maybe they'll rethink about that. Hate to say it, but Homelander says it's a possibility that has to be thrown out there. Because if he doesn't get out this week, like this upcoming week, this is the week Harry went out, by the way, last season, because he was in the top 6. If he doesn't get out this week, he's winning the whole show. I'm telling you right now.
And Vinny also went out in the quarterfinals, season 31.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so if he doesn't get out this upcoming week, he's winning the show. I hope everyone's aware of that. I hate to say it, someone had to. All right,
Yep.
let's talk about who actually went home. Because it wasn't the person who was supposed to, but
Yeah.
let's talk about the bottom three first off. Then we'll talk about the actual
Chandler and Brandon,
Steven
Stephen and Rye,
and Jen and Sasha.
Jen
I'm
and
not
Sasha.
surprised. I'm not surprised Jen. I mean, not Jen. Chandler was in the bottom because the whole immunity confusion. Like, I'm not remotely surprised they end up in the bottom. I guarantee you some people probably didn't vote for her thinking, she's safe. Why am I going to vote for her?
And yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Dance with the Stars for giving me an bigger almost heart attack than the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, great job, you guys. You're really scoring all aces.
Good
which
job,
makes it-
DTWS. Good job.
I still can't believe they put Steven on the bottom. I know they do the whole not necessarily the bottom, which I still will not understand for the life of me. But
They need to go back to the judges' save.
this makes me miss the judges' save
Oh, yeah, for sure.
because they have to put the correct people on the bottom. But here's the thing, though: if Dwight was in the bottom, would they have saved him? That's a question I pose to all of you.
That's a question. That's a question I want to know.
Like, we saw them praising him all night, giving him higher scores than he should have, giving him 3 extra points. Would they have just said, would they have kept him? That's the $1,000,000 question. But Jen and Sasha was eliminated. Not surprised by it. She had 2 major factors against her. Number one, being in a showmance, which we saw with Brooks last week. You're in a showmance, get the heck off. You're done.
For real, though.
And 2, in my opinion, the biggest reason why she went home is she was sharing a fan base with Joey, who was a major frontrunner.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think that was the biggest thing that I think cost her in the end. So, yeah. So that was Halloween night. They gave us our own nightmare. Isn't that so nice of them?
Yeah.
There's no show next week due to the election. But maybe we'll do another fun Dance with the Stars video to fill in the gap, maybe.
And the week after is the 500th episode of DTWS.
Yeah.
So who do you think would be coming back
Milo
in the
definitely.
audience?
Definitely
Milo.
Charlie, Sochi. I see more current people than past winners. You know what I mean?
For sure.
What
Wait,
was I?
you just mentioned
Yeah.
you just mentioned Charlie D'Amelio. Yeah, I will text you about that after we're done filming this episode.
Yeah. Now, they're gonna do one full dance, and then they're gonna do what's called an instant dance, which is something they haven't done since the
Done
dance.
since Zendaya. Yeah, exactly.
This is
I
something
mean,
that's
can I
normally done.
explain?
Oh, I was gonna explain, but go ahead.
So basically, they have like I think like 5 minutes to put their dances together, and they don't find out what dance style they have until the show goes up on the air.
It kind of. Here's how they did it. This is how they did it recently. It was usually in the finale. It's usually a style they have done. I don't know how they're going to do it this time in the middle of the season, but they have a bowl with CDs, and the CD has the name of the song they got and the dance style. Say if you go first, you pick out your song with your style, then you go practice, and then you'd be the first person to go in the instant round. There's some seasons they gave everyone the same style but different songs, and they won't know the songs until. I wonder if that's going to happen. I wonder how they're going to do that. I'm not exactly sure.
Right. I mean, like for season 16, they put Zendaya and Jacoby against each other.
Yeah, we all knew how that was going to end.
Yep.
But yeah, So that'll be interesting, I guess. I don't know. I mean, is everyone in here kind of done with the season? Be honest.
No.
For sure, definitely.
I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on it.
I have a feeling that, well, because I feel like I've seen the story where we're all just stressing ourselves out, and then just for the couple that we want to go home immediately goes home after we riot for enough time.
It's not just that. It's just I don't know if I want to listen to Carrie Ann again for a couple more weeks.
Oh yeah, she's off. She's been awful this year.
That's what I'm saying. That's to me what it more is. Like even if Dwight went home last night, I would still feel the same way. Like,
Yeah,
do I really want to keep watching Carrie Ann underscore women and give the men tens?
It's just horrible. She plays favoritism. I've said
None
this
of those
once and I'll
people.
say it again. She plays favoritism all effing season.
It's annoying. Well, that was it. I'm Bella and Moe. Thank you so much for joining me for this spectacular episode.
Happy
Comment down.
Halloween.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
Halloween,
Halloween.
everybody. Stay
Comment down
safe
below.
if you're going trick or treating.
Yep. Comment down below what was your favorite dance of the night, and who do you want to go home next? And I'll see you guys next time.